that on. So an easy way is if I create a sketch and sketch here, again, I draw a line, because I like to use lines to figure out where my holes are going to be. And then if I just dimension this line, that's the radius of where the holes go, right? So I can say 1.8, whatever. Finish, drop my hole in. And now I can do the pattern, circular pattern, pick the feature, pick my axis. And I can pick the center axis here. I could pick any round face or round edge, and it'll create a pattern around the center of that thing. And you tell it how many you want. And if you want to suppress ones, you can suppress and turn off that one. And then say okay. Ta-da. Circular pattern. There it is. So it's really the easiest one to use because you just pick the thing you want to pattern around. You pick the axis of where you want to pattern it. But with that, we can do a lot of things. And a lot of parts have circular pattern kind of things. So like this one, it's a hub. So it's got an outer diameter and it's got a hole going through here that's patterned around 18 times. And so what type of view is this?
Slice or a split.
So a section view?
Section.
So we're cutting down right the middle of this part. And we're showing half of it. And so we can see that there's a nice big counter bore here that comes out to this point. That is 1905. Uh-oh. Which number do we use?
Smaller one?
Whichever one you want. So I would stick to the one that's more round. Like I do the 905 for that one. This one I'd probably do the 55.
Why not do the one in between? Because it looks like those are the upper.
You could do that too.
My thought is like the average.
If it's separate by one, yeah, you can pick the one in between. It doesn't really matter. And actually, maybe it might actually be better to draw the one that's leaves the most material. So like on this one, if we draw it at the 4/6, that has more material. So if they accidentally cut too much, now we're still within tolerance. On these, draw it at the smaller size. So if they cut too much, the hole gets bigger and it's still within tolerance. Kind of depends on how you want to do it. Some people will always say draw at maximum material. So that's the part that dimension leaves more material. So outer dimension is big, holes it's small. Some people will say always draw it at the middle. So it kind of depends on how good their processes are. Something like that.
Looks like a spacer.
Yeah, some kind of centering spacer hub thing. I don't know. So you can see there's a chamfer here. It's 30 degrees. The sizes. So I put this here so you can kind of have practice seeing the kind of drawings that are out there in the real world. You might see something like that. That breaks some of my rules about dimensioning things, but that's the way it is. Okay. So we have this little door bumper piece here, and I have it somewhere. This is for like the barn door kind of doors. There's a little block that stops the door from opening, and this is a little plastic bumper that goes on that. And so, kind of combining some of the stuff we've done before. So that dome here, the little taper here, and then these pieces that need to be extruded up and patterned around it. Okay. So there's this one, and then this thing. So you can see instead of patterning holes around on the main face, now these ones are going around the outside of the part. So how do you make these holes here? How would you make the first one?
Tangent plane.
Yeah, you need to start with a tangent plane, right? Get one of those in, and then pattern that hole all the way around. Okay. Questions on any of that? So just kind of different ways that it's used in there.